My name is Mikey Hartman. I'm a retired lieutenant colonel from the Israeli Defense Force. I served for 22 years in the Israeli Army. I had the honor of writing the entire doctrine of Israel on how to shoot a gun. I am now the CEO of CAA and Hartman Optics. Today we're going to discuss the MH1 from Hartman Optics. We try to make a pretty unique sight here, very different than the other sights in the market. We're the only remote-controlled reflex sight, we're the only rechargeable reflex sight, and we're the only sight in the world that you can plug into your computer and customize it. When we designed this sight about a year and a half ago, we tried to bring in all of our experience from the Israeli Army to make a perfect reflex sight. My job in the IDF was to bring in the reflex sights as well as the weapons in Israel, and each reflex sight that I brought into the Israeli Army, I made a mistake. All of them made us a quicker shooter, but it did not make us a better shooter. So when we went and designed a reflex sight, we said to ourselves, we don't only want to make you a faster shooter, but we want to make you a better shooter. So we try to put a whole bunch of features into this. One, because 89% of the world are right-handed, we wanted this sight to be very clean because it rubs against your gear. If you're righty, the left side of the sight is running against you. So we put the activation buttons in the rear. But there's one problem when the activations are in the rear, is if I put a magnifier or night vision directly behind the reflex sight, I do not have access to the panel. So we angled the activation buttons and we moved them to the right and to the left of the center. So now, even if I have a magnifier here and I'm wearing gloves in the winter, I still have access to the buttons. We even moved the adapter, not just the activation buttons, we moved the adapter to the right side. Another cool thing that we did, we made the only rechargeable reflex sight in the world. I can take a battery, portable, my lighter in my car, my computer, my wall socket at home, and all I have to do is take the USB, plug it into the sight, turn on the battery, we give these batteries out with the sight, and now I'm charging it. So I can be walking and charging, I can put it on my weapon and charge, I can be driving to the range and charge. Another cool feature we have, you can actually plug this into your computer and customize the reflex sight. Instead of me, the manufacturer, deciding for you how you want the reflex sight to be, you can plug it into your computer and change the functions of the sight. So the major advantage of the MH1 is quicker target acquisition. In the standing position, that's critical. The size of the window is so large, you're able to see a larger area. With almost zero parallax, you're faster getting the enemy, and the reticle itself jumps at you, so it's quicker to put it on the target and shoot. So you're quicker to find them, and you're quicker to shoot with it. Inside of the MH1, the reticle itself has two balancing lines to make sure the gun is canted correctly. One of the major problems with an optic sight that only has a dot, you don't know if you're canted because a dot looks like a dot from every angle. So we have balancing lines like on a plane, 3 to 9 o'clock, so if you're off balance, he can fix himself. This increases the accuracy while you're shooting because the gun is not canted. Now, one of the cool things about the MH1, I never have to turn it on or off. So when I make a shooting motion now, the sight will turn on. The sight knows when you're shooting, and the sight knows when you're not shooting. So there's a vertical and a horizontal motion sensor inside the sight. When you're shooting, it knows you're shooting, and it stays on. When you go off target, it turns off. The MH1 is the only remote-controlled reflex sight in the world, meaning we have a forward PTT, push-to-transmit button, that uses an infrared laser that goes from here to the sight, turns on the sight, and changes brightness levels without having to disengage the weapon and come play with the activation buttons in the rear. So I have full control of the sight where my left hand is anyway. If you guys want to check out more on the MH1, come visit us at CAAGearUp.com. I'm Mikey Hartman.